Hello Pisces, Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead. How are you, my water family? Thank you so much for collecting here. I appreciate your clicks and your views. We are looking here at a couple of oracle decks we're going to look at this week and find out what's coming up for you in the week ahead. Now, this reading is for the week ahead. I've already done one for this week, so this is for the week ahead. And in the week ahead, at the end of the week, you will have a full moon. And the full moon is going to be, most for the, of course, Taurus. It's a full moon in Taurus, but you are a mutable sign, and it will be, giving some sort of different energies to the mutable sign. So Gemini, Virgo, Sag, and Pisces, you, right? So, things will be, they will feel like they're in balance, and you may be encouraged to, maybe celebrate friends, celebrate bonds, celebrate relationships. But also, we're getting close to Sag season, right? And the sun will be opposing Uranus. And so that means that it could shake things up for you just a little bit in an unexpected way, maybe bring some challenges, emotional challenges for you. But mostly it's just going to allow you to feel more in balance, right? Things that are more in balance emotionally for you, Pisces. All right. Let's find out what's going on with Pisces. Please, in the week ahead, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We have impulse. We have a request. And we have create. All right. So I feel like something is going to happen that you're not expecting. And like I was saying, with the sun opposing Uranus for you, this could shake things up just a little bit, right? So it feels like someone could be coming back around, maybe to revisit something with you. And I don't necessarily mean in a romantic way. I mean, it could be, but I'm just meaning a revisit. It could be a friend. It could be someone is saying, hey, are you sure you don't want to come back to the old place you used to work? It feels like a revisitation of some sort here. And it might be at the beginning of the week. It's beginning, middle, end of the week, right? It feels like at the beginning of the week, this is when the shakeups might start happening for you. Because we do feel things with the full moon. We feel it about 3 days before, 3 days after. Sometimes it lingers longer, but essentially that's it. So we are looking at probably by about maybe the 13th, maybe 12th or 13th for you that you'll start feeling this energy. And that is if you're here real time. But please know that whenever I do these readings, they are always for the week ahead whenever you find them, even if you're not watching them during the full moon. All right, tell me about this impulse here. Cards are jumping. We've got celebration. Okay, so somebody might give you an invitation. You might do something impulsive. Somebody might want to celebrate with you. It says good times come from hard work or time spent with good company. So you might get something that happens that you're not expecting. You might get a surprise invitation. They might say, hey, look, we're all going out. You got to come with us. It might be that you're celebrating something that happened impulsively. It says good times come from hard work. So for some of you, it could be your employer, where you're employed, if you're employed at all. If you aren't employed, maybe it's something that is going to show up impulsively as a happy thing in your home or with your family or with your friends. Tell me about the request. What is this request about for Pisces? We've got denial. Very interesting. Denial. It says failure to accept a situation, unhealthy cycles, or addictions. I feel like you're going to be asked to see something, Pisces, that maybe you didn't see before at all, or maybe that you had a different opinion on. Maybe you had a whole different opinion. Maybe you were in denial about a situation and the way it was going on, and you're going to be asked to look at it again. You might be asked to revisit it, right? Because this request is if somebody is going to request something of you, but you're in denial about something. So something that you don't see the same way that they see it, you might be asked to revisit that. Tell me what this create is about. Feels like you're feeling quite creative by the end of the week here. We've got wisdom. So we have knowledge gained through experiences or from a wise counselor. Create. It feels like there is something that you are feeling creative about that you learned long ago. So I'm going to say that some of you might be picking up that knitting or the crochet. that you learned as a child and you haven't done it in so long. Maybe you're a quilter. It feels like it's creative, maybe painting, music. It could be writing, journaling. You're about to create something, but based on your wisdom. So maybe you're going to start journaling about when you were younger, or journaling about something that you're trying to gain wisdom about. Look, journaling is a thing to do. It is a thing you will learn from yourself. You will teach yourself just by being completely honest through a process of journaling. So it does feel like you're revisiting some things this week, and it does feel like for some of you, by the end of the week, it does feel like that through some sort of wisdom, something will be born. It feels like you're creating something, or something will be born. For some of you, it could be a baby. Maybe there's a baby being born in your family by the weekend. But I feel like this wisdom is telling me that it's more like a creative thing, like it's more like artistic, more artistic, like music or writing or something like that. We do have rest. All right, so we have rest. It says, listen to your body, mentally and physically unwind. Let's get a tarot deck and find out what's going on here. Pisces, don't forget, if you're interested in a private energy reading for yourself, that there is room over at Wizio. That link is always below this video. And please take that link over to Wizio. You can look at my packages there. I do have right now, I have a package that is the next 3 months. And so you can get a reading for December, January, February, already looking into 2025. Tell me about Pisces, please. Tell me about this impulsive celebration that's happening here. Something exciting might be showing up. We have the 10 of Cups, so something very happy. It could be a family thing. They could say, look, we're all getting together and we're going to the beach, or we're all getting together and we're having a birthday party for so-and-so. It does feel like it's something that you didn't plan on, but I feel like you're going to be invited. The family might say, hey, let's get together and have a barbecue. Could be friends for some of you, family, people who you love, people who make you happy, people who you're happy to see. Feels like it is going to start off the week in a happy way. Tell me what else we have here for Pisces, please, with this request. So the Wheel of Fortune, it's going to be a request for you to change something. Change your mind, change your socks, change your... I don't know why I'm saying change your socks. But the Wheel of Fortune is about change, right? It's about something this is the perfect time for it because it is divine timing. It feels like whatever it is, it's about to expand your view on something, I want to say, because you've been in denial about something. And I don't think that that's a bad thing. Look, we learn things when we're supposed to learn things, Pisces. And denial doesn't mean that you weren't willing to. It means you didn't have the knowledge in order to see it the way that it was supposed to be seen. So I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is telling me that it is a good thing or a fortunate thing. But somebody's going to ask you to change something, change your mind, change where we're going for the barbecue. Can you change your plans because we're making a plan and we want you to be with us? But for some of you, it could be deeper than that, because we do have that you were not willing to accept a situation for what it really was. And I feel like with the Wheel of Fortune and request, you're going to be asked to revisit that and see it again, look at it again, and maybe you'll make a different assessment this time. Tell me about create and wisdom for Pisces. We do have the King of Cups. So we have, I would say the King of Cups has some wisdom, because the King of Cups is the grown-up, right? Grown-up of all the cups. And the person who has had some realizations, the person who is learned to weather the storm, the person who stays solid and sturdy in an emergency situation or a highly emotional situation. The King of Cups is somebody who is emotionally available and emotionally aware and emotionally intelligent. I feel like you do have some wisdom, and from this wisdom, you will create something. Something might be reborn because of the things that you've learned in this grow-up process here. Feminine or masculine, it doesn't matter. The King of Cups is the King of Cups, right? Masculine leaning, but also has feminine energy. The energy we have here is Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. We have some Sagittarius energy because of the influence of Jupiter as well. And the Ten of Cups is Piscean energy. Tell me more about the Ten of Cups, please. Tell me about celebration and impulse. We have the Ace of Swords. Yeah, it's communication that's showing up here. Communication, the Ace of Swords is telling me, aha, right? It's like impromptu. Somebody is showing up saying, hey, just cluing you in, right? Giving you some sort of clarity on a situation. We have the Strength card, and we also have the Four of Cups. So I feel like your first intention is like, I don't know, should I? I'm not really sure if I want to. Your first intention might be to reject it. Maybe you're in a comfort zone space right now, Pisces. Maybe you're in a place where, you know what, I just don't want anybody rocking my emotions today. I feel like you're going to be courageous and go anyway, because I feel like this is a bunch of people that really love you. It feels like it is a family or a group of friends who feel like family, or something like that. It feels like it's a really happy, I'm going to tell you that if you go, you're not going to regret it, because it's a celebratory, it's an impulsive celebratory thing. So I feel like you do get some sort of communication, maybe from a Leo, possibly from another Pisces, any of the other ones that I've talked about here. But I think that your first feeling is going to be like, I don't really know if I want to go. I'm not really sure. But I feel like if you go, it's going to be the thing that you need to strengthen you. I feel like to strengthen you emotionally, to strengthen your family. It feels like it's something that is impromptu. I don't feel like they're waiting for the last minute to invite you. I feel like it's a last minute get together. Everybody is working on the last minute. So it's not like something that they waited to ask you about because everyone else was already invited. It's a happy thing that we just decided we're getting together. You know, mom or dad or sister or brother are calling us all in, bring our families and have a barbecue. All right. Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune and the request. Somebody's going to request for you to change something. Something, maybe change your mind that you've been denying in denial about here. Maybe you've been in an unhealthy cycle or some sort of an addiction. And look, it doesn't have to be like drugs or alcohol. It could be food. It could be buying too many shoes, too many purses, too many Armani suits, too many cars. It feels like you've been in denial about something and failure to see the situation. You're going to be asked to change. All right. So we've got the Three of Pentacles. We've got the World card. We've got the Devil, and we've got the Eight of Cups. Well, that kind of says it there, doesn't it? So I feel like you might have a group of cohorts, friends, people at work, whatever the Three of Pentacles is to you. To me, it's always friends of friends, or you're getting together with a community or a group of people who inspire you, who have your back, who are cooperative and collaborative. I feel like they're going to ask you to try something new. And I feel like that that you've been in denial about something that I feel is, with the Devil and the Eight of Cups, it feels like there is something here that you've not wanted to detach from, or that you've not wanted to change your mind about. I feel like there is a group of people who feel like you've been in denial about maybe a relationship that's not going right, or a friendship, somebody that they feel like you shouldn't be a friend of. It feels like you've been in denial of something that you're going to be asked to change your mind about. You're going to be asked to close a door on a friend, or close a door on, but understand that this is an unhealthy relationship. This is a codependent relationship, the World and the Devil. So it feels like either somebody is maybe you're spending too much time speaking to someone on your phone, chatting with someone in text. It feels like the World card is like, I've got to close the door on giving my attention to a group of people that possibly are keeping me stuck to some sort of obsessive emotional energy. It feels like that life is moving forward. Things are moving forward. The Wheel of Fortune is here. It's divine timing. It's about time that you gave up this codependent fear of, if I pull away from this person, you know, whatever you think is going to transpire if you pull away. It does feel like with the World card that a door is closing, or you're done with some type of a cycle. You could be leaving a group of people. This Three of Pentacles could say that. It could be you're leaving a job. Take it as it resonates for you. But it feels like there's something here that you've been in denial about, that somebody's asking you to take a second look at. That it's time for you to release something, right? We have an eclipse here, right? We have the moon and the sun, but the moon is going to be full. As you're in the middle of the week here, by the end of the week, coming into the weekend, that's when the full moon is. So the 3 days leading up are the most powerful days, right? The most powerful days. And I feel like you're going to be closing doors, because that's what the full moon's about. It's about releasing things. You might be releasing some emotional things, some emotional manipulation, people who have been trying to manipulate you emotionally. It feels like something like that. Tell me about create. Tell me about wisdom. Tell me about the King of Cups. Jeez, things are popping here. We've got the Seven of Pentacles. We've got the Six of Swords. And we've got the Six of Cups. So it does feel like here that somebody is realizing that it's time for me to pick a new path. It feels like you are about to create a new path, and I feel it's because of wisdom you have gained emotionally. You've become the King of Cups. So you've realized that silence is an answer. You don't always have to put your 2 cents into everything. You've realized that holding back is a good thing, that you need to be strategic and plan things. It feels like with the Seven of Pentacles, it's like we're holding back, we're waiting, but I feel like it's the throwing of the seeds of intention, that you've got a new idea, or you're going to be taking some sort of a new path. It feels like you're creating a new path for yourself. The Six of Swords is about leaving the chaos, right? And this is the chaos, I feel, because it got the Devil, the World, and the Eight of Cups. It feels like this is the chaos. That maybe you've come to a place where you're no longer in denial, that it's time for me to move on and pick another path, pick another group of friends, pick another situation. It feels like the Six of Swords is telling me that you really do need to leave the chaos behind and go to calmer waters, where I can find people who go with the flow. The Six of Cups is people who are happy, people who are emotionally well, people who are friends, lovers, family, people you've had a lot of history with. And I feel like it's time for you to move closer to those people and away from whatever this is. Whatever you've been in denial about, somebody is going to ask you to leave a group of people or a person behind because they're not good for you, Pisces. Whether it's a family member or a friend or a lover, take it as it resonates for you. The Six of Cups can be all of those things because really it's about nostalgia. It feels like that you're taking the wisdom that you've learned and you're applying it to these nostalgic ideas or feelings that you have. And it feels like it's going to create a new path for you. It feels like you are revisiting something. I feel like you're revisiting this friendship or group of people or whatever that people are asking you to leave because you've been in denial. And you're also revisiting some sort of emotional bond or friendship or loveship or family thing that's been going on here. And it feels like this full moon for you is going to be about releasing some things in order to get emotional balance, is what it feels like. Tell me what you've been in denial about here. I just want to know that before we go. Seven of Wands. The Five of Swords. And the Judgment card. Yeah, it does feel like there is somebody that you're holding on to. And I think it's for the sake of nostalgia. It's a person you've known since junior high or a person you've known in your life. They've been in your life forever. And it feels like with the Seven of Swords, the change that the people that love you the most in your life are asking you to make is a change in standing up for yourself. It's time you stood up for yourself and you actually spoke to this person about the problems that you have. Now, I feel like you've been avoiding this. You've been in denial. You've been avoiding it. It's like this person's really not your friend, really not the best person for you to hang out with or be with because the devil energy is here. But I feel like you're about to stand up for yourself and you're about to have some sort of a reckoning, right? So we're going to talk about it. And it's going to end up in the Five of Swords. You're going to realize you're coming out of the denial of, we never did have the same political views. We never had the same social views, social people in our lives. We don't have the same views on some things, and it's going to cause an argument. And I feel like at this point, you're going to be releasing somebody or letting someone go because you realize that there's just no way that we can figure things out. Look, it's all about judgment, right? You can always try and resurrect it at a later time when someone has more wisdom about the situation. But at this point, I feel like you're going to stand up for yourself in a situation that you've had denial about. You're about to make a decision here. Judgment card is the universe is asking you to wake up and see the situation for what it really is. And so I feel like there are some releases that you'll be having, realizations and releases throughout the week. Please remember to rest because it is exhausting being in a realignment. And I feel like that's what you're going through this week, Pisces. You are going to realign things. And that means, we say alignment is when you're in alignment. Realignment is like, you know what? I gotta check things and I got to get things aligned again. So I feel like, be kind to yourself, listen to your body, and make sure that you can mentally and physically unwind, because I feel like you're going through some sort of an energy activation here. You're being activated. It's like you're going through some sort of an ascension, Pisces. So I feel like it's time to spread your wings, but it is going to take a realignment, which is going to cause you to have to revisit some rest, I feel. We do have the Six of Pentacles, and then you can carry on with your reciprocal energy here. We do have the Knight of Cups. There might even be something. I feel like you've been moving slowly towards this reciprocal energy with the people who are giving back to you. So giving to them and they give back to you. I feel like this situation here in the middle of the week is something you will deal with, but this is someone who is taking more than they were giving. They were kind of latched onto you, or yeah, you had an attachment of somebody here. It's time to walk away though. It's time to detach emotionally. All right, Pisces, I'm going to let that go right here. I hope you have the most beautiful week. I'm going to go for now, and I'll be back because I'm always back, and I love you guys, and I'm out. Bye-bye.